Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla, and for today's video, I want to talk about taking advantage of your full-time job. I wasn't sure what to call this video or what to say for the intro because taking advantage of your full-time job kind of sounds like a negative thing, like you're abusing your full-time job and what comes with that, but that's not what I mean by this. So what I mean by taking advantage of your job is by using everything to its full potential or maximizing what you can out of your job. So I will go through and explain everything, but I first wanted to say that like the reason behind this. So I've had this idea of a video for some time, but this week it's really relevant to me just because I'm really overwhelmed this week, and the reason that I am overwhelmed is because of my full-time job. And I am in a situation where this is my first Salesforce job, first consulting role. I completely knew going into this that it would be harder than my previous job and it would be more work. But this week was probably one of the busiest weeks I've had in the last 6 months, over 6 months. And it's just a lot. And for example, today I'm filming this on a Thursday and I just finished work and it's almost 6:30. And I actually started work early this morning at 8 a.m. I did take an hour break in the day. I went outside for a walk, but still, I'm the type of person who is very, very grateful for their job, my job. I'm pretty happy with the decision that I made. I think the biggest thing is that I get to work from home, and to me that's like number one priority at this point in my life. But I'm also the person who, my job, like I'm never gonna be in love with the job. I'm never gonna love working because I'm just not the type of person who enjoys working under somebody else or doing things that are not fulfilling, doing things that are almost, they feel meaningless, you know? Like, yes, what I'm doing may be important to companies, but it's not making any difference really at the end of the day. You know, it's like, why am I doing this? That's kind of how I feel. I'm definitely not somebody who is super comfortable with staying in corporate America long term, which is exactly why I work in all these side hustles. But anyways, that's why I wanted to film this video, because I think so many of us feel that way. But a full-time job is not all negative. Your job is not all negative. You know, there are so many positives to having a full-time job and a job in general. And that's kind of what I want to go into. And you know, in these moments where I'm really struggling with work and questioning like how much longer can I do this, these are the things that I think about and appreciate about having a job. So let me get into it. So this list is going to go into the things to make the most out of your job. Number one, if your company offers a 401k with a match, take advantage of that match up to the full amount. So if they're matching 2%, you better be contributing at least 2% to your 401k or Roth 401k. If they match up to 6%, you better be going up to 6%. Personally, I think that even if you're in debt, even if you wish your income was higher, even if anything else, I still think you should be contributing up to that employer match because it is free money, basically. You know, like that is money that they're offering to you, and that is not included in your income, but that's on top of it. Yeah, I think that's the main one. That's why I put it as number one, because that has been a huge thing for me. It has grown my net worth pretty significantly. It just goes a lot faster because I'm putting money in and then they match that, so it's just doubling. And then obviously with capital gains and compounding growth, like that is going to keep on growing. And then it also helps to lower my taxes. So I do traditional 401k. I have a video on this. I can link it down below. But yeah, for me, it does lower my taxes. So that's also a benefit there. Number two is that your job provides a steady income so that you can pay your bills, but also fund your side hustles or other things that you may want to spend your money on. So for me, this is very, very important because I remember at a time when I did not have a steady income coming in and I was very stressed out. Now, this was at the beginning of my financial journey, so I didn't have much experience. I had like basically no experience in the professional work world. At the time, I was working part-time and I kept going into further debt because I needed to put money on, I needed to charge on my credit card so that I could just pay for things like the groceries that I needed and then use my checking account to pay for the actual bills that I had to pay. I think a lot of people forget that a steady income is truly peaceful in your life. And, you know, there are some people who can handle the stress and unknown of not having a steady income coming in, but many of us cannot. And it's something that is very distracting. Typically, the idea, if you leave your full-time job or leave your job and try to pursue something on the side to, you know, build your own business, whatever the case might be, you're going to dedicate all of your time and put so much effort into your entrepreneur journey or whatever it is that you're doing. But honestly, when you don't have steady income coming in, it puts more stress on your life. You probably will be losing sleep. You probably will be distracted and not able to focus on doing your side hustles or whatever it is to generate income. And then you end up burning out and having to just go back to a job. I think a steady income is underrated. And what I love about working full-time and also doing side hustles on the side, even though it is truly really, really exhausting, I love having the money that I need to pay for my bills, to pay for my rent, everything that I need to live my life. But then also if I, you know, want to purchase a new camera or if I want to purchase a laptop, yes, I can use my side hustle money, but I also can use that money that I earn from my full-time job to fund my side hustles. So this is great for anybody who's beginning with side hustles. You can use your full-time job to invest in your side business. I know not everybody is pursuing side hustles, but just having a steady income in general is something that is very peaceful and comforting. So I think a lot of people undervalue that, and I really appreciate having that steadiness in my life. Number 3, kind of going along with that, is that your job provides structure and routine so that you can better manage your time. At least I find this the case for myself. So sometimes if I am given a full free day, you know, I have the day off completely, I end up slacking off. I may sleep in a little bit, I may watch TV, or I, you know, get distracted on my phone or something. But I find that I have my full-time job, so in the morning I typically stick to my routine, you know, get some exercise in, read some, whatever it is that I get ready for the day, etc. And then I work, and then after work I go to the gym. After the gym I work on my side hustles. And that's kind of the same thing every day, every weekday. And I really, really appreciate that because it puts this routine in my life that kind of forces me to do the things that I need to do. So yes, I would upload my videos and stuff even if I didn't have my job, but it creates a nice routine and structure so that I do manage my time really well. Again, I know that not everybody has side hustles, but this doesn't have to just be about side hustles. It can be with anything, you know. So your job does put structure in place for you to wake up at a certain time. And I think there is some beauty in that. I really am somebody who appreciates a morning routine. So if you don't have that already, I don't want to get into that too much because this is my finance channel. But yeah, you can create your morning routine, do something for yourself, and then go into the workday. And then after, that allows you to do whatever you need to do outside of work. If you do have side hustles, maybe you have a second job, maybe going to the gym, whatever the case may be. But the structure and routine also is something that I really appreciate about a full-time job. Number 4, use your pay increases and any bonuses that you receive to pay for debt or savings. Of course, there may be some times where you get a bonus and you're like, okay, I want to use this for travel. Cool. But lifestyle inflation is a huge thing when it comes to jobs, corporate America jobs specifically, where you're like kind of climbing up the ladder, or maybe you get bonuses or you just get a higher pay, and then you end up upgrading your lifestyle. So, you know, you have to get a new car because you got a promotion, or you move into a bigger house and then you are paying more on a monthly basis for your car, for your house. That's lifestyle inflation. And I do think it's really important, if you are somebody who is paying off debt or on a financial journey or wanting to reach financial independence, then you want to try and keep that in control. So anytime that I would get pay increases, that just allows me to put more money to my debt. Going forward, once I become debt free, once I get pay increases or bonuses, I would put that toward investing. And like I said, there may be times where you do want to spend that on travel or go on a shopping spree or something, but I think to try and be more intentional with that is really important. But yeah, just kind of reminder here too that your job is allowing you to create a better future for yourself. So if you don't want to work until you're 60, 65, then you definitely want to be using those raises and bonuses to invest and grow your wealth for the long term. Because if you just keep on spending that money, you're gonna have to continue working forever. So take advantage of that, take advantage of those increases and put it toward good use. Number 5 is to use your benefits and take your PTO. I really don't think this is a huge issue for millennials or younger millennials and Gen Z, because myself as a millennial, I definitely try to use my PTO when I need to, or if I have an appointment or something to go to, I will go to that appointment. But I think still a lot of people end up dedicating too much of their life to work. Like, I don't know, I really hate to see when people tie in their identity with their job, because to me that can cause a lot of issues, like emotionally, especially if you end up losing a job or something. Anyways, that's beside the point. But people do not take PTO when they should be taking PTO, or they go like a whole year without taking an extra day off outside of holidays, and you should be. So if you are given a certain amount of PTO in the year, take your PTO, just stay at home if you don't want to travel, or like a staycation or something, or book some travel, because I think it is so important to take a step away from work and experience life outside of it. Personally, with my company, we have unlimited PTO. Unfortunately, that's just like a loose term. We still have like utilization hours to hit. And for most people, that means you're taking like 20 to 25 days off per year outside of holidays. So still pretty decent, but it's, not truly unlimited PTO. Otherwise, none of us would ever have to work. But I do try to take PTO if I'm like feeling extra tired, or if it's going to be a slower week. A couple of weeks ago, I took off a Thursday and Friday because I just wanted to. I do think it's important to take that time off and kind of reset. Also, use your benefits as much as possible. So if you have health insurance, go to the doctor and get your checkups every year. Go to the dentist, get your cleaning every 6 months, go to the eye doctor every year. Do everything on a yearly basis or 6 months, however often you're supposed to go to the things that you prefer to go to. I definitely am somebody who takes advantage of the health insurance because, with medications and such, I go to a lot of appointments. And obviously the main benefit with health insurance is if something major comes up, and then you will be more protected, but be sure to still get your appointments in. Same with any other benefits that your company may offer. So if you get like wellness credits, maybe you get cash to pay for like a gym membership, take advantage of that. Maybe you get free counseling, free therapy. Get your free counseling, get your free therapy. That is really important. Volunteer days, take those volunteer days. If your company gives travel credits, I don't know what else. Any other benefits that you may get, just use them to their full potential, and definitely check out what your company has if you don't already know, because sometimes there's more included that you may not even know about. So definitely look into that. Number 6, the final thing is to use your job for networking, advancing in your skills, and career development. So if that's something that you do want to pursue, because many people do want to move up the ladder, or at least, get promoted in some shape or form. I know that that's the case for me, because, if I can get promoted or get to a different company, then I can increase my income, and that helps me to reach financial independence faster. So I do definitely make sure I'm on good terms with everybody who I work with. Like I am always friendly. I do try to speak up with people. I network with people on LinkedIn, and also just like with your work ethic, so if you can show your manager or show whoever is above you that you can work well, or that you're efficient, that you're a fast learner, that you have strong time management, whatever the case is for your situation, definitely show that, definitely show up. Just because I don't like working doesn't mean I'm a slacker. Like, I will do my job, and if I have deadlines, I will hit those. Like, that's just like, I'm still a hard worker. Just because we don't like to work, it doesn't mean we're not hard workers. So just want to clarify that for any millennial haters. But yeah, I do always try to put my best foot forward and keep a positive mindset and positive attitude for any work that I may receive, and just always be honest about what I'm doing. I also keep on learning my specific skills that I need to know for my job, so that I can use that to get a promotion at my current job or use that elsewhere and when I look at other companies. And then of course, taking advantage of any career advancement that your company offers. So my company, we do have like regular meetings where we can, it's like a career development program. So they are trying to help us to become leaders and become like directors of a company, which I think is amazing. I know not all companies offer that, but I always make sure I attend those meetings. I do try to, figure out what it is that I need to do to get those promotions or to increase my skills so that I can increase my income, and therefore just it will help me overall. Obviously every job is different, so I'm not sure that would be important or necessarily apply to every single person, of course, but I do know that for corporate jobs that is pretty standard across the board. So yeah, those are the 6 things that I had in mind for taking full advantage of your job and using it to its full potential. And again, I don't mean it in a way of like taking advantage of it in a negative way. I still think you should do hard work and, have a strong work ethic, but still make sure that your mental health is okay and like you're taking your PTO and using all the benefits that are offered to you, and don't make your whole life about your job. You can use your job as a tool for everything else in your life, because your job at the end of the day is paying for you to do all the things that you do in your life. And I think that's kind of exciting. Yeah, these are just some things that I remind myself of as I'm going through my weeks when I'm having a hard time or anything, because I know at the end of the day, like it is such an amazing thing to have a job, especially to be in a job where you can excel and keep on growing and have amazing people around you, like a strong team and people who are there to support you and help you. Yeah, hopefully if you're in a situation where you're just like, kind of like me, where it's like, how am I gonna do this every day for the next however long? And you just need a reminder of like, this is a good thing, it is okay. And it may not be amazing every single day, but overall it is helping you. So I know this wasn't completely financial related, but hopefully you still enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything or what you really appreciate about your job, what you use, how you take advantage of it in any shape or form. Thank you all so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It really supports my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.